Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Houston Texans and the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Jaime Fairbairn getting this one started. Off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, right at the outset, he lost the football. And that ball's going to go out. Out of bounds, so that's a backwards pass. It's a loss of yardage, and they're going to mark it at the spot right where it crossed the sideline. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
2nd down. Burrow. Quick hitting slant there. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9. And 3rd down. Coming up.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Gun. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie. And the Texans are going to get the football here. They force the INT on the game's opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
2nd down, they need 3. They'll go right back to Mixon. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not going to lose a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and 5. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. Man, that's just tough on an offense, Mike. I mean, you work so hard to get in position to take the lead. It just doesn't work out.
11. Here we go. 180. 11.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds. This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Burrow here on second down. That's complete to his big tight end. Dallas got him. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
First down.
17 yards, the gain there. First down, Philadelphia.
Here we go. 11 MT. Wide 80.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Touchdown, number 9 for the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
On first down, they'll start with Mixon. And a good run there. Get him 5 yards. Well, we have a moment while we take a look at the key inactives not playing in the ball game here this afternoon. From the 33, here's second down and 5. Off the play fake, here's Stroud. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
From the gun, here's Stroud. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
At the 40-yard line.
On the quick, right? 118. What's up?
He'll go play action with Stroud. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Throwing on second down, Stroud. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down. On the ground, it's Mixon. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here. And that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins. They've got it with second down and 13 in front of them.
The mind is out of bounds. It's telling you that we talk about those memories that overseas. You feel alive like you can.
Hey, one more. Here we go.
Stroud going to set up to throw. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle.
The defender saw this the entire way, but he actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. Unfortunately, this one didn't end up getting picked, going the other way.
It is 3rd and long.
Stop. Here we go. Okay. Swap. Okay.
Here's Stroud. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Texans are on the board. It's 7-3. Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. Wes Watkins going to bring it back. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
On 2, ready?
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
11. Can.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Tackled by Tershawn Wharton. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Right 80.
Now Smith gets it coming around. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line.
3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Right 80. 11 mighty.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. That is brought in. And he's going to take this into the end zone. Sensational play for the moment. There's a marker down. I don't think he's going to like the result of this flag. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Tank Dell on the return for the Texans. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds.
At their own 34-yard line.
On play action, Stroud. He finds De'Ami Brown. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
It's a a gain of 11.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They will work the middle with Mixon. Not much there, maybe a yard. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Now a deep ball looking for Brown. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. From the 48-yard line, here is second and 4. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Back to the sideline. It is intercepted, but I don't think he was able to stay in bounds. And indeed, the officials concur. It is incomplete. Very nearly a turnover. He'll try again here. Second and 10. They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. It's good for a Texans first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Right back to Irving. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. Here's a second and 6. Stroud gonna tuck this one on the zone read.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. He'll decide to keep this once more.
So often, like, you can tell a team's decision on fourth down by what they call on third down. So I think after that third down run, it was pretty clear that, hey, even if we don't get it here, we're comfortable going for it again on fourth down. But didn't turn out to be the case because he's able to get it there on third.
A short kick down to the center. Here now, second down and goal. They'll go with him again. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. Talk things over before third down. They'll run. A dive, and he's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Texans.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
On first down, Burrow. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. Elliott, good on the extra point. Eagles are on top. It's 14-10. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. And he goes nowhere. Buried back at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Irvin. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
Give them 14 on that one. First down for Houston.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So, we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the ground, it's Irvin. And he's trying to get around the corner, but will not. Run down at the loss on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10.
First down, Texans.
Now, faking the give. No chance at all. He'll go down. It's Kobe Bryant that time. Up from his safety spot. Gets there to make the play.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker. But you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And 3rd down coming up. Stroud. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. We go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
11.
He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll be brought down to 45. Kalen Bullock there on the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here we go. 11. Wide 80. Stop.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
At the 43-yard line.
Gun. Stop. 12. Stop.
Here's Burrow. Open man, Butterfield is Smith. And he's in! Devontae Smith, touchdown Philadelphia. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Texans 10. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice play. For the drive to start.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Moving to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
2nd and 10. Here we go. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. It's a short throw, caught by Njoku. And a Markham down just shy of the 40.
Texans 1st down.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. We'll go right back to Njoku. He's got it again. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. 15 more on that connection. They're making it look easy. That's another first down. On the handoff, it's Irvin. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. Look him up on a second down and 8. From the gun, here's Stroud. To the goal line and in. David Njoku. Touchdown, Houston. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
That's out quickly and complete. And he cannot get in. The try for 2 comes up empty, so unable to get within a field goal. The difference remains 5. Here to take it back, Quez Watkins. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
One, ready? Here we go. Stop.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Let's get set. 180. 12.
Burrow here on second down. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 180.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
On 2, ready?
Third down, 3 to go.
Here we go. 180. 180 shots. Shot.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
1st and 10 at the
Here we go.
46-yard line.
180.
They'll run it here with Saquon. They're going to work this down inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Philadelphia.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Once again, it's Barkley. some room inside the 30. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
16.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
They're on 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Now he'll air one out. And that is incomplete.
Well, they pretty much need a touchdown on this possession. And I think if I'm the defensive coordinator, the fine line you have to find, Mike, is I know I don't want to give up a deep shot, but I also don't want to just play prevent defense and give up too much underneath. So just continue to find that balance, make them go the long way, and just bleed this clock.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Stroud going to set up the throw. And is open middle of the field. It is caught. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Texans. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now, Watkins on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Gun. Shot.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
We'll try to run here with Barkley. And this is going to work out. He's got it. The 1st down at the 38-yard line.
And defensively, these are the opportunities, Mike, at this stage in the game you just can't miss. It's a close game. 4th quarter, you find yourself trailing. You've got to be able to come up in that spot and force a stop. Instead, now the offense can drain even more time off the clock with a fresh set of downs.
Hey, can. Stop.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6.
Here we go. Wide 80. Shot.
We'll try the jet sweep to the left. And he's going to pick up the 1st down across midfield and down at the 49.
So, of course, these plays are designed, Mike, to get big gains, but even though that's not the case here, what these plays do is they keep the defense off balance. They match up with their regular traditional run game. They match up with all their pre-snap motions and shifts. So it just adds a little eye candy and makes this defense, the second they take their eyes off the read, if they guess wrong, that's where the big plays come and complement offense. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here we go. Can. 11 MT, take. 11 and
Second down. Burrow. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. That's the former Defensive Rookie of the Year, Will Anderson. In for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up third down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this.
on point. Ready?
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long.
Here we go. Stop.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
At their own 15-yard line.
They'll come up for first and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. Left side, he's got the Njoku. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up second and 3. At the
They'll keep it on the ground. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
loss of 2 yards. And it's third down.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first time out here. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Here's Stroud. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's first and 10. To the outside, catch made by Brown. And we'll see where they spot this. Very close to a first down. He's forced out just shy of the mark.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
On play action. Stroud. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
South. Here we go.
They'll run. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line. But the official signal, he's got enough for the first down. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Dell, the motion man. On first and 10, here's Stroud. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Here's first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Stroud. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. Second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Stroud to throw. That's complete. It's Tank Dell. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Ideal circumstance there. They get the first down and preserve that final timeout.
10 at the 12-yard line.
And in motion is Brown. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here is 2nd and 7. Now, Stroud. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And 7 yards to go.
Here we go. 18. What's up?
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Forced out wide, and the rush gets there. Down he goes.
Loss of 5 yards.
So it's a win here for the Eagles. They're able to finish the season in style as they get the victory here in the finale in Week 18. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.
Stop the run. Stop the run. Stop the run. Stop the run. Can't stop the run. You can't stop the run. Stop the run. Stop the run. Stop the run. Can't stop the run. You can't stop the run. Can't stop the run. You can't stop the run. Can't stop the run. You can't stop the run. Can't stop the run. You can't stop the run. Can't stop the run. You can't stop. Shake my paranoia. Can't stop the run. 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 Shake my paranoia. I'm moving, dancing like Madonna into the groove. Shake my paranoia. I'm moving, dancing like Madonna into the groove. Stop the run, can't stop the run, you can't stop the run, can't stop.
place and yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air, don't ever disrespect. I got you all in check. Bust the rhymes up in the place, true indeed. Yes, I got the record, that's word on my feed. I'm guaranteed to give you what you need. One blood, everybody like Junior Reed. Wake up every morning, yo, I must succeed. Nationwide rockers make the world stampede. Yo, Willie, make we roll some man charge. Now I must proceed. Yo, we about to make moves, set speed. Beast to make me fight Q-tip, I need Shahid. Watch me out like Apollo Creed. Body, making you just feed off dynamic flows and take heed. Need more information, homeboy, than just read. Hey, you can read all about the pure breed. Do the vocal dance, my duty, that I see. When I step up in the place, then yo, I step correct. I got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. I got you all in check. How dare you ever try to step on my suede shoes? Top Gun shut down your firm like Tom Cruise. Please let me get down and blow a fuse. Acting fool, breaking way down to molecules. Yo, let me get you with my ill street blues. Bust the rhymes, always headlines, the street news. Hey, baby girl, don't be confused. Sell my 17s and enjoy my boat cruise. I know you really wanna know who's coming through, leaving residues. Sorry, homeboy, but your flow sound used. Got to pay your dues, baby, you know the rules. Whenever I travel the world, I land cruise. If you choose to, how you get. Now I got you on super unleaded fuels. Give me room, give me some space, your excuse. When I step up in the place, then yo, I step correct. But I got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. But I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. But I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. But I got you all in check.
You're now rocking with the best. Bust the rhymes coming through from the Footmore Squad. Boy Scouts who I be. Straight to your dome. We coming straight to your dome. Bringing all you rockers to all you rap. Boy Scouts who I be. Flip mode is the squid on. Bust the rhymes, break it down like this.
Yo, which, throw my flow. Me, bo. Throw them type right out my window. Blast you with a direct blow. Coming through like G.I. Joe. Star Wars moving ill like Han Solo. Make you bounce around like this was Calypso. Always shine cause I got the high pro glow. You think that you can hide, you think you can lay low. Roll up on your eye like Hawaii 5-0. Mac out with my dreads in my Kango. Forget them, just pass the. Yo, take a trip down to Mexico. Come back with that might make you psycho. Maximum frequencies through your stereo. Sorry, this is it, but homeboy, I got to go. I got step up in the place and yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you feel your neck. I got you all in check. And you know we come through to like the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. I got you all in check. Yeah, huh? Let's go. Hey, yeah. It's so rugged, so raw. It's so rugged, so raw.
One album is getting kinda hectic. Too many fans on me like I'm in Texas. 3 years deep now, keeping them guessing. 4-star hotel, what's for breakfast? 5 fingers, give you a blister. 6 at the wheel, you're 6 the mister. Give me your mama, I'ma kiss her. I said 6 rings, Rings on me like I'm in Pittsburgh. Motion maker, record breaker. 6 on my chest like an LA Laker. Black belt MC, call me master. 6 on the beat, it's a speaker blaster. Bars are hot, and bars are ready. I'm Middle Caesars with the extra chetty. Extra style,